In this video, we are going to discuss about Python program to print prime factors of a given number. Let the number is 6. The factors for 6 are 1, 2, 3, 6. So out of 1, 2, 3, 6, what are the prime numbers? So 2 is prime number, 3 is prime number. So we have to display output as 2 and 3. Okay. So here we have to do two activities. So first activity is, first we have to check whether that number is factor or not. If it is a factor, then we need to check whether it is prime number or not. Okay. Let the number is some 25. Then what are the factors for 25? So 1 is a factor, next to 5 is a factor, so 6 is not a factor, 7 is not a factor, 8 is not a factor, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So all those are not factors. Next 25 is a factor. Next out of 1, 5, 25. So which is the prime number? So 5 is the prime number. So we can say that 5 is a prime factor. Let us consider 8. So the factors for 8 are 1, 2, 4, 8. So out of 1, 2, 4, 8, the prime number is 2. So we have to display 2 as the output. Okay. Now let us see the logic. So first we have to read a number from the keyboard. So n is equal to int of input of enter a number. So the major problem with input function is input function returns data as a string. But here we have to perform operations on the numbers, on integers. So we have to convert that string into integer with the help of the int function. Let us assume that we entered 6. So now n value is 6. Okay. Next, we have to determine the factors for 6. Okay. The minimum factor for any number is 1. Okay. The minimum factor for any number is 1. Whereas the maximum factor is that number. Okay. So we have to determine the factors from 1 to 6. So 6 modulo 1, 6 modulo 2, 6 modulo 3, 6 modulo 4, 6 modulo 5, 6 modulo 6. Okay. 6 modulo 6. Okay. So let us see the for loop. For I in range of, what is the minimum factor? The minimum factor is 1. So that's why here we have written 1. Next, what is the maximum factor? That number is the maximum factor. Here n value is 6. But if we write n here, then the for loop will be repeated up to n minus 1. Up to what is n value? 6. So 6 minus 1 means 5. So the for loop will be repeated up to 5. So, but here we have to check that number is also factor or not. So that's why here we have to return n plus 1. So let n value is 6. So 6 plus 1 means 7. So now the stop value is 7. The second value in the for loop is called as stop value. The for loop will be repeated up to stop minus 1. Okay. So here 6 plus 1 means 7. So 7 minus 1 means 6. So the for loop will be repeated up to 6. So here we have to do two activities. So what is the first activity? We have to check whether that number is a factor or not. So in order to check whether that number is a factor or not, here we are using this logic. If n modulo I double is equal to 0, so that means if you perform the modulo operation, if we get remainder value as 0, then we can say that it is a factor. So in the first iteration, what is initial value of the initial value is 1. So 1 will be stored in I. So 6 modulo 1. So the initial value of the value of the n is 6. The initial value of the I is 1. So 6 modulo 1 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. So we can say that 6 modulo 1. So 1 6 are 6. So 6 minus 6 means 0. So 0 is the remainder. So we can say that 1 is a factor. So if it is a factor, then we have to check whether it is prime number or not. We know what is a prime number. Prime number means a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So that means prime number must contain two factors. So those are 1 and itself. Okay. So here for each factor, so for first we have to check 1 is factor or not. Next we need to check whether 1 is prime or not. Next we have to check whether 2 is factor or not. Next we need to determine whether 2 is prime or not. So for each factor, the initial value of the count is 0 only. For j in range of, so we know the logic for the prime number. So prime number means a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So here also we have to start from 1 and continue up to that number. Okay. So here if you take 1, so we have to start from 1 and continue up to that number. Okay. If I modulo j double is equal to 0, here what is I value? Initially I value is 1. So what is a value? 1. So 1 modulo 1 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. So count is equal to count plus 1. Initially count value is 0. Now count will becomes 1. Okay. So next, here I value is what? I value is 1 only. So here the for loop will be repeated up to 1 iteration only. So next the condition will becomes false. The control comes out from the for loop. So whenever the control comes out from the for loop, then we have to check whether it is prime number or not. So when we can say that it is a prime number should have two factors. So whenever the count value is 2, then we can say that it is a prime number. So if count double is equal to 2, then print that number. But what is count value for the first factor, that is 1? For the first number, the count value is 1. So 1 double is equal to 2. 1 double is equal to 2. Condition is false. So 1 won't get printed. We know that 1 is not a prime number. 1 is not a prime number. Why? Because 1 has only one factor. But a prime number should have two factors. Okay. So once again the control goes to the for loop. The next I value is 2. Next I value is 2. Next 6 modulo 2 double is equal to 0. 6 modulo 2 double is equal to 0. Yeah, condition is true only. So we can say that 2 is a factor. So if it is a factor, then we have to check whether it is prime number or not. So that's why here we have written count is equal to 0. If you don't write count is equal to 0 there, then what is the previous value of count? 1. So now count value will become 1. Then from 1 onwards the incrementation will be done. Okay. But for each number, the initial value of the count is 0 only. So next for j in range of, so 1 comma I plus 1. So 1 comma I plus 1. Now what is I value? 2. So 2 plus 1 means 3. So the for loop will be repeated up to 3 minus 1. So the for loop will be repeated up to 2. Okay. Let us see the logic. Now I value is 2, j value is 1. 2 modulo 1 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. Count is equal to count plus 1. Previously count value is 0. Now count will becomes 1. So next, in the next iteration, j value will become 2. 2 modulo 2 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. Count is equal to count plus 1. Previously count value is 1. Now count will become 2. Next I value will become what? Next I value will become 3. So condition is false. So the control comes out from the for loop. So what is the count value? 2. 2 double is equal to 2. Condition is true. So print of I. So 2 will get printed now. 2 will get printed now. So once again the control goes to the for loop. So the next I value is 3. 6 modulo 3 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. Okay. So we can say that 3 is a factor. Now we have to determine whether 3 is prime number or not. Okay. So that's why here we have written count is equal to 0. If we don't write here, then the previous value of the count is 2. So from 2 onwards, the incrementation will be done. Then this logic won't be correct. Okay. For j in range of 1 comma I plus 1. Now what is I value? 3. So 3 plus 1 means 4. So 4 means here the stop value is 4. So the for loop will be repeated up to 4 minus 1. The for loop will be repeated up to 3. If I modulo j double is equal to 0, 3 modulo 1 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. So count plus 1. Previously count is 0. Now count will become 1. Next 3 modulo 2 double is equal to 0. Condition is false. So count won't get incremented. Next 3 modulo 3 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. Next count will become 2. Okay. Next count will be incremented. So next condition will become false. Control comes out from the for loop. Count double is equal to 2. 2 double is equal to 2. So 2 will get printed. Okay. I'm sorry. 2 double is equal to 2. But what is I value? 3. So 3 will get printed. So in the next line we will get 3. So likewise we will get the remaining output also. But 4 is not a prime number. Actually 4 is not a factor. 4 is not a factor. So this won't be performed. This logic won't be performed. If it is a factor, then only we have to check whether it is prime number or not. So next to 6 modulo 5. 5 is not a factor. So there is no need to check whether it is prime number or not. Next to 6 modulo 6. 6 is a factor, but 6 is not a prime number. So the output is, if n is 6, then the output is 2, 3. So in this way we can print the prime factors of a given number. Now let us see the program execution. So first we have to read a number from the keyboard. Here our target is we have to print the prime factors of a given number. So first we have to check whether it is a factor or not. The minimum factor for any number is 1, whereas the maximum factor is that number. So we have to start from 1 and continue up to n. So in order to check whether that is a factor or not, so here we have written this logic. If n modulo I double is equal to 0. Initially I is 1. So 6 modulo 1 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. So we can say that 1 is a factor. Okay. So next we have to check whether it is a prime number or not. So the initial value of the count is 0. We know what is a prime number. Prime number means it is divisible by 1 and itself. So we have to start from 1 and continue up to that number. So and continue up to I. So we have to continue up to I. So here in the first iteration, I value is 1. So we have to continue up to 1. Okay. So 1 plus 1 means 2. So 2 minus 1 means 1. So in the first iteration, we will be, the loop will be repeated up to 1 only. So 1 modulo 1 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. So count is equal to count plus 1. Okay. Next condition will become false. Why? Because the for loop will be repeated up to 1 only. Next 1 double equal to 2, condition is false. So 1 won't get printed. Why? Because 1 is not a prime number. So in the next iteration, I value will become 2. 6 modulo 2 double is equal to 0. So that means 2 is a factor. So 2 is a prime number. So 2 will get printed. In the next iteration, I value will become 3. 6 modulo 3 double is equal to 0. So 3 is a factor. And we know that 3 is a prime number. So the initial value of the count is 0. So we have to start from 1 and continue up to 3. So 3 modulo 1 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. So count will become 1. Next 3 modulo 2 double is equal to 0. Condition is false. So count won't get incremented. 3 modulo 3 double is equal to 0. Condition is true. Now count will become 2. So whenever the condition is false, then check count value. Count value is 2 only. So 3 will get printed. Next 6 modulo 4. Condition is false. So 4 is not a factor. 6 modulo 5. Condition is false. 5 is not a factor. 6 modulo 6. Condition is true. But 6 has 4 factors. 1, 2, 3 and 6. Okay. So count value will become 4. 4 double is equal to 2. Condition is false. So 6 won't get printed. Let us run the program. Let the number is 6. So output is 2, 3. So the prime factors of 6 are 2 and 3. So let us run the program one more time. Let the number is 28. The prime factors of 28 are 2, 7. So with this we can conclude that our logic is working.